I'm currently at NAB, and here are some of the coolest things I've seen so far this week. If y'all have been watching the channel for any amount of time, you know how much I can't stand filming in public. So think of this as some exposure therapy to get me over that irrational fear.
Starting off with GoPro, the new Mission 1 Pro ILS, what a mouthful, featuring a 1-inch sensor, 8K 60 or 4K 240, and the elephant in the room, a micro 4/3 lens mount. When they first announced this, I kind of joked around that somebody is bound to put a big TV zoom lens on this, and someone actually did. One of the reps at the GoPro booth had a Fujinon zoom lens on there with a B4 to MFT adapter. It was pretty sick. While we're on the topic of action cams, this isn't exactly new, but I thought I'd give it a quick mention here because it's pretty cool. Insta360 has what they call a pocket printer for the Ace Pro 2, and I thought that was pretty neat. It reminds me of old school Polaroid cameras. Speaking of Insta360, Anti-Gravity and their A1 features a 360-degree camera array that's actually made by Insta360. Think of the A1 as an FPV drone, but on steroids, because instead of a traditional fixed view in the goggles, you can actually fully look around in 3 degrees of freedom like a VR headset, which is really sick. And since the camera arrays are made by Insta360, you'll know they'll be pretty good. I did a quick demo, and if you can, I highly recommend you do because it's really cool. Anti-Gravity advertises up to 8K 30 frames a second, 5K 60 frames a second, or 4K 100 frames per second with the ability to do slow motion. Now let's slow down, because you know I can't make an NAB video without being a Blackmagic fanboy. DaVinci Resolve 21. I'm gonna go through this real quick because I know you're gonna hear this from 50 billion other people that you follow. The new photo page, which renders Adobe Lightroom completely useless. Did I mention DaVinci Resolve is free? Crocodove motion graphics effects, heavily upgraded on-device AI features. I could go on forever. The new Fairlight Live consoles. I've never talked about this, but I've ran a live audio gig using a USB XLR interface and Fairlight on DaVinci Resolve. But I really wanted to talk about how cool it is that Blackmagic is coming out here to the community and receiving feedback, because I asked one of the guys there, do they plan on supporting these new consoles in the non-live version of Fairlight within DaVinci Resolve? And they said they weren't planning on it, but now that they know that somebody would like that feature, they will let their development team know. So I don't mean to glaze Blackmagic too much, but I'm gonna glaze Blackmagic because they're just a really cool company. If you've never been to NAB show, I highly recommend you do, as it's a great place to network and hang out with the community. Okay, bye.